to book Billy Alsbrooks to speak at your next event. Call 407-310-3275. Warning! Videos by Billy Alsbrooks do cause side effects. And those side effects are champions being born, dreams being realized, the weak becoming strong, weight loss, victory over unbelievable odds, incredible comeback stories, the sick being healed, marriages being restored, victory over all forms of addiction, job promotions, average people becoming millionaires, warriors becoming blessed and unstoppable. These videos will motivate and inspire you to take action. Warning, your faith is now being increased to the level it takes to move mountains. Arise, champion. I'm Billy Alsbrooks and I approve this message. When I was growing up, I had two wonderful parents that worked really hard to make sure I had a good life. And when I was about 3-4 years old, I started going to daycare while they were working. And I would so look forward to that. Being able to play with kids my own age. And every day when we got there, the teachers would put us in this circle and they'd read us stories, we would draw, and we'd play games. And I look forward to that every single morning when I got up. Now I wasn't a bad kid. I just had a lot of energy, a lot of passion, and I questioned everything these teachers told me. And I guess I got on their nerves. So every day when I would come there, they would tie me to this chair in the corner for hours. And I would just stare back at that circle, that group, my friends who were all playing and having fun. And I would just sit there with tears in my eyes, being so young and impressionable. That affected my psychological makeup. Those teachers made me feel like an outcast, like I was different, and like I wasn't good enough on the inside. So I spent the rest of my life, up until now, trying to get back into that circle. The other night I was outside walking, saying my prayers, and God spoke to my spirit and said, "Son, it was me that removed you from that circle. Be still, stop striving, and know that I am God. I removed you from that circle on purpose. For what the devil meant for harm, I made good. Because where I'm gonna take you, you can't go with the mindset of the circle. You have to learn how to embrace what separates you from the rest. Accept it, and then use it as the foundation to build your success on. Now the world keeps telling you a lie, saying you have to chase success like it's something external. But to be successful, you gotta stop chasing the trends. Be yourself, and the world will come to you. Stop trying to imitate everything that's out there. You have greatness on the inside of you. Express that. Be yourself. Stay in your lane and do you. There's a power that you can only awaken to and discover when you're absolutely alone. So the first sign of being chosen is to be separated. The world will do everything it can to make you apologize for being yourself. All of you out there who feel different, like you don't fit in, like you're on the outside of that circle, greatness is on the inside of you. You can't get to the top with the same rituals, habits, and thought processes of the circle. You've been chosen.
Let me tell you something before you go. Whenever people come see me live, I try to say something meaningful to people. And I'm in the laugh business. That's my gift. That's what God gave me at birth. Your gift is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. I want to tell you something that can help enrich your life. It's a sure sign from God that he ain't through with you because he wakes you up in the morning. When he's done, you won't wake up no more. But as long as you're waking up, that means he has something for you that he hasn't been able to give to you for whatever the reason. I'm gonna help you get to that reason a little bit quicker. I wanna tell you something that I learned that changed my life. I was reading a book one time that had a quote in there from Albert Einstein. And Albert Einstein said, "Imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions." If you think about that, that's a really, really true statement. Because everything you see in this world came from somebody's imagination. Everything. Somebody was talking on the phone one day, on that wall phone, connected to the cord, and tried to walk, and it didn't go no further. And he wanted to just go outside and get something out the car. Somebody said, "You know what? I wish I could take this phone outside." Everybody in here got a cell phone. It was in somebody's imagination. Somebody imagined that. Somebody imagined everything. Somebody got tired of walking. Somebody got tired of driving cars. Somebody said, "We're gonna fly." You're not finna fly. Everybody in here done been on a plane. See, your imagination is the evidence of things not seen. You know why they call it the evidence of things not seen? Your imagination, you're the only one who can see it. You're the only one who can see it. See, so all this stuff you've been imagining was not some hocus pocus. When you imagine stuff, it's actually God showing you a preview of a coming attraction he has for you. That's what your imagination is. Why do you keep imagining yourself with a second home? Because God wants you to have a second home. Why do you keep imagining yourself in a supervisory capacity on another job? Because God really wants you to have that. Why you keep dreaming of opening a business one day? That's because that's what God really got for you. And he put it in your imagination. The problem with your imagination, though, is you tell it to the wrong people. If you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. You can't, oh man. Think about this in your life. How many times have you had this really incredible idea and you took it to your family and your friends? You shared it with them and they shot it down. You know why they shot it down? Because they couldn't see it. Because God didn't put it in their imagination, he put it in yours. It was your evidence of things not seen. See, all this stuff you've been imagining, you ought to start working on it. Because that's what God really got for you. Your real life is in your imagination. I'm here to tell you that. You think I'm here by accident? I'm here because he put this in my imagination when I was 10. When I was 10, he showed me I was gonna be on TV. That's all I ever wanted. The assignment when I was in the 6th grade was everybody write their name on a piece of paper and write what you want to be. You know what I wrote on my paper? I want to be on TV. Now, the problem I had, though, was I used to suffer with a serious stuttering problem. I couldn't talk outside my house. I stuttered for years. I flunked out of school. I'm on my 3rd marriage. I lost everything I ever owned twice. I've been homeless and lived in a car for 3 years. But at 10, though, I wrote on a piece of paper, I want to be on TV. So the teacher went around the room and read everybody's paper. She had you stand up when she called your name, and the only assignment was your name and what you want to be. Doctor, lawyer, dentist, basketball player, football player. I wrote I want to be on TV. She saved me for last. She said, "Little Stevie, come to the front." Now I'm thinking, I'm going to the front because I got the best answer. Because ain't nobody had put that on their paper. She called me to the front. I'm thinking I'm finna give me a gold star. But I was wrong about that. She called me to the front to humiliate me. First of all, you know I can't talk. I suffered with stuttering stammer so bad, man. I couldn't talk at all. And that lady lit in on me. Why did you write this on your paper? Now I'm standing there, I can't talk. Who in this school ever been on TV? Who in your family ever been on TV? Who in this neighborhood ever been on TV? I'm crushing, man. I'm standing there dying. She said, look at you standing there. You can't even talk. How they gonna put somebody like you on TV? So every Christmas, I send her a flat screen TV. Because I don't want her to miss me. I do not want her to miss not an episode of me. Because I wanted her to see what God had done for me. The fact that you couldn't see it, it wasn't for you to see. He put it in my imagination. But after 3 years of homelessness, losing everything I ever owned twice, suffering through flunking out of school, go home and cut your TV on. That little boy with the stuttering problem, he all over that TV. You can't cut your TV on. You can't cut your TV on not a day of the week and you don't see that little boy. That little boy with the stuttering problem is all over that TV because God put it in my imagination. All I did was hang on to that thought. I just kept hoping. I just kept hoping that what I had wrote on the paper would come true. A lot of times it wasn't about no faith. I didn't believe it sometimes. When you homeless and living in a car, how you see yourself as a TV star? But I just kept hanging on there. Because my mama was a Sunday school teacher. I kept hearing her say, God, God didn't bring you this far to leave you. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. Why do you think he keeps waking you up? Because he got more for you. He got way more for you. He got plans for you. But he needs your faith. He just needs you to call on him. He needs you to dust off your imagination and just go for it. You got to try. Quit waking up thinking you ain't got no say-so in your life. You have a choice in this matter. You can't stop what happened to you, but you can doggone sure do something about what happened to you. Life is 10% what happened to you, is 90% what you do about it. Somebody in your family gonna die. Somebody in here gonna get fired. Somebody here gonna get an eviction notice. Somebody gonna get laid off. Somebody company gonna close. That's life. Somebody you love gonna break up with you. That's life. But what you gonna do about it though? Since it's gonna happen anyway. Trust me, go home and ask God to open up your imagination and then pursue it with everything in you and watch what he do for you. Appreciate y'all.
I remember a while ago, before my book took off and before the speaking took off, I was out to dinner with my family and we were all gathered around the table and I was talking about what I wanted to do, my dream, my vision, what I wanted to accomplish with my life. And I could tell by the look on their face, the look in their eyes, they didn't believe me. They just didn't get it. I really wanted that validation. I wanted somebody to look at me and say, I believe in you. But that's the way it's always been in my life. See, when you dream big, it's like you speak a different language. The common man, the average person will not understand a person who is dreaming on the next level. I got so mad inside, I couldn't wait to get back home. See, I just got this big 6-foot dry erase board on my wall, and I had set my goals big, I thought, until I had that conversation with my family that did not understand who they were sitting across the table from. And when I got home, I ran straight up to my office. I grabbed that eraser and I wiped my dry erase board clean. All the goals that I had dreamed before, I wiped them off. And then I started writing bigger goals, bigger dreams, bigger ambitions. See, if they're not gonna understand me, then it doesn't really matter how big I dream. They're not gonna understand me anyway. So if I'm gonna dream, I might as well dream to the max. I might as well invite God into my situation and let him prove his glory, to prove listening to me. Those closest to you, those closest around you will be the last to see the change in you. First got into the music business. I had been with this girl for 5 years, but her mother couldn't stand me. See, I didn't have any money at the time. I wasn't working a 9 to 5, I was just grinding with my music, trying to make something happen. All I had was a dream. And I used to talk about this dream when I go over to my girlfriend's house. And her mother would give me this look. She said, son, you're just a dreamer. That thing you're dreaming is never gonna happen. And I don't want my daughter with somebody like you who's not gonna be anything in life. She ended up giving my girlfriend an ultimatum. She said, you either break up with him or you get out of my house. She had heard the negativity that her mother said about me so many times, she believed it. She gave up on me, and we went our separate ways. But what her mother said, that I was just a dreamer, stuck with me my whole music career. I would ask myself every single day, are you just a dreamer? Or are you a person who can grind until they execute? Somebody who can make that dream a reality. Is that you? 6 months after that breakup, I signed my first record deal. And 3 months after that, I hit the Billboard charts. That stuck with me though. What she said, Billy, you're just a dreamer and you're never gonna be nothing. I heard that voice over and over and over. So when I was outside that club promoting my music at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, dealing with every kind of thing you could imagine, drunks and gangs and people packing guns and that negative environment, and that voice on the inside of me said, go home, it's late. I would stay that extra hour, I would stay that extra 2 hours grinding to prove to the world that I wasn't just dreaming. The greatness was on the inside of me. I know I'm talking to somebody out there right now who can relate to what I'm saying. You got dreams, you got ambitions. That 9 to 5 job is just not enough for you. You got this grand goal of conquering the world, but no one around you believes you. Listen to me, champion. Don't get discouraged by that. You see, the common man, the average person, they can only see with their eyes. But the greats, the legends, the difference makers, the ones that have rocked and shake this globe, they saw with their mind. The word says, where there was no vision, the people perish. Don't be scared to dream big. You see, the world belongs to the bold, and the rest are just spectators. So when you're writing out your goals, don't just set your goals to the level of your own ability. Set them to the level of the God that you serve, because with God, all things are possible. My biggest challenge was managing my expectations for others. You see, I expect everyone around me to get it, everyone around me to understand the dream that's on the inside of me. And that's just not reality. They are not the same. Now, I don't say this in an arrogant manner. They just don't have revelation yet of the God that's on the inside of them. It don't take faith to dream small. That's why so many people do it. This guy reached out to me a few months ago about doing an interview on his TV show. And it all worked out because 2 weeks later I was doing an event up in his city. So I get to his city, I reach out to him, text him, I'm like, hey, where you want to meet up? And he said, first come by the house and then we'll go to the station to do the interview. So he sent me his address, I put it in my GPS and began the journey across town. And as I pull in the neighborhood, I realized this is a rough area of town. But I'm trusting the spirit that is in me, because it is guiding me to this man. And when I get over there, his house is the only house on the street that is not boarded up. Every house next to him is boarded up and abandoned. But this guy had something about him different. I pull up in the driveway and he comes out and welcomes me and introduces himself and invites me on in the house. Now, when I go in the house, all I see are goals and vision boards and dreams written down everywhere. See, this man had been in prison for 15 years, but got saved inside. And God began to pour these dreams out on him. And when he got out, God slowly began to open these doors, these unimaginable doors. First he got a radio show, then he got a TV show. God put a book in him. This guy had every reason in the world to make an excuse why he couldn't do something when he got out. He'd been gone 15 years, but he didn't make excuses. He dreamed big because he knew the word and said, with God all things are possible. And he bought into that. Now this man wasn't living where he wanted to live, but he wasn't living where he was living. Do you understand what I'm saying? His mind was not in that bad area of town. His them spoke the dream. Every single one of them had their own goal sheet. Every one of them had their own vision board. Every one of them spoke success. Every one of them spoke faith. Now, I don't know how long it will take for that man to manifest what's in him, but I know he's going to, because he has aligned with the laws of success. All you have to do is get clear on what you want in life. And you do that by starting with the way you want to feel. How do you want to feel every single day when you get up? Now with me, every day that I get up, I want to be on fire. I want to do the things that I'm passionate about. I want to write, I want to speak, I want to create, I want to get in front of people and change lives. This is what I want to do every single day of my life. Once you figure out how you want to feel, then you lay out outcomes that will produce those feelings. What outcomes, if you achieve, will make you feel the way that you want to feel? What do you want your legacy here on earth to be? When you are dead and gone, what do you want people to say about you? Most people are too lazy to do the inner homework required for greatness. The majority of the world says they want to be successful, but that's not true. What they want to do is look successful. They don't want to be successful. They don't want to do the things that it takes, the things that are required to produce that. They just want to look like that. Success is available to anybody, but not everybody is willing to pay the price that it costs to do it. See, here's the thing. If you want massive success, if you want to level up, if you want to go to that next level, the thing is, you got to be willing to go down that road alone. Most people don't speak the language of greatness. And there's not a setting inside Google Translate to translate that big dream that you're talking into common language. They will not understand what it is you are saying if you're dreaming big. Now, if you got small dreams, everybody can hear you. Everybody will pat you on the back and say, sure, go ahead, buddy, you can do it. But if you dream big, I'm talking about global galactic dreams. If you want to change the world, you gotta be willing to do that thing solo. Get up every single day and seek your calling. Find that thing that God has anointed you to do and get in the center of it. Get in the center of it. Turn up. Set yourself on fire and then aim for the stars. All things are possible with God. Somebody emailed me asking what I wrote on my vision board that night I went home. I wrote 1 billion people. Impact, motivate, inspire, sow life over 1 billion people around this globe. I am Billy Alsbrooks, blessed and unstoppable, and I will do what I set out to do. To God be the glory. Breathe, well, live, blessed and unstoppable. Join the movement. Get your books and t-shirts now.
Do you know how valuable it is to be given the gift of life? But then the incredible gift when you figure out why. Because how many people you know can't get it figured out? If you are sitting there thinking it's got to be more to life than this, it's because it probably is. It's probably because God is whispering in your ear saying it's more to life than this. You ain't got to be tripping about it. It's just really more to life than this. But you got to figure out the why part. What helped me get to the why part? The why part came to me when I discovered something that he gave to all of us. See, God gives everybody a gift. He never creates a soul without giving them a gift. You all are gifted. You don't have to be comedy. It don't have to be music, but you gifted. You've all been given something. Some of you all, your friends come to you with their problems. That's a gift. Some of you know how to network. That's a gift. Some of you all connect the dots at your church. Some of you all have organizational skills. Some of you all are better bakers than the other ones. Some of y'all are great florists. Some of you have argumentative skills. Should go be a lawyer. Something like that. Everybody got a gift. Some people is bald, some people is that. Everybody got one. I don't care if you see a blind person, they can do something. You see a person with a handicap, they can do something. You can do something. Problem is, though, you got to attach yourself to the gift. Now, how do you find out what that is? The day that you can get real with yourself and say, hey, look here, what is my gift? This is how you discover that. It is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your gift. You ain't got to trip. You ain't got to ask nobody what you think it is. You can have this conversation with you. It is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. Them people over there that sing, they don't struggle to sing, it just come out. Michael Jordan don't struggle to play ball, he just play it. You understand? When you have a gift, it's what you do. You talk, that could be your gift. You write, that's your gift. You're a great listener, problem solver. You got the gift of matching up, that's all a gift. Here's what messes people up though. You see something that somebody else does, and then you want to go do that. So now you're not concerned with your gift. Now you want to pursue a passion. You got a lot of problems happening in your life if you start chasing passion. So I'm in a passion chasing business. I used to go to restaurants in LA, and every time I sit there, here comes some little fine girl. Every time I sit down, Mr. Harvey, can you look at my headshot and everything? And I say, for what? What you do? I'm an actress. I say, so what you acting in? I'm not in anything yet. But I want to be. I said, no. What are you acting in? See, if you're an actress, then you act.
Yes.
You a waitress. Actors have acting gigs. Piano players play piano. Singers sing. See, you ain't got to figure it out. If you ain't doing it, it's because you ain't it. This ain't. But if you are going to pursue I was passionate one time in my life about playing ball. I wanted to play in the NBA. Well, here's the problem. When I ran full speed with the basketball, I ain't have it no more. So now this passion about playing in the league, that's out the question now. I had to find out what my gift was. And when I really ran back over my life, I was funny. I could take comedy and transpose it instantly. I wasn't afraid to come in front of people. That was my gift. When you start to pursue your gift, that leads you to what you should be about. And if you can become passionate about your gift, here where it gets, there's a Bible verse. It's a proverb. I had them. The first line says, a gift opens the way. If you figure that out, it opens the way. But your gift opens the way. That's the part I saw. Cool. Then the gift opened the way, because my gift opened the way, not my passion. I ain't made $1 playing basketball. I'm passionate about golf. I shoot a 90 every time I play. You can't make $1 playing golf. But my gift, though, has made a way. Why won't you find out from God why you were born by getting your gift and pursuing it? Stop chasing the passion. And come on, man, pursue the gift. You people been tripping yourself out for years, chasing something that ain't yours. I want to lead the choir. You ain't the choir leader. Now, when you do that, you got to expect the haters to come. Because here they come now. See, you can't make a decision to do right, to do better, to want more, to get more, and don't have haters. You got them on your job now. Go get a promotion. Here come the haters. Go down there and put in for extra overtime. Here come the haters. Because you're just trying to better your position. Do anything. Go change your hair. Here they come. Here they come. But when haters come, they're a good thing too. They validate you. Haters now prove that you're doing something. You are now validated. If you have no haters, it's because you ain't doing nothing. That's what I learned. If you ain't trying to change and be better, it ain't nothing for them to talk about. Because if you're going to stay the same, then they cool with you because you right there with them. haters validate you, and they're gonna come at an angle you ain't ready for. Me and my wife been dealing with something, and when you get a hater that come from an angle that you don't know how to handle it, that's when you gotta be still. But see, then there's a scripture that says, I just learned this one. This is the part of my life where I had to learn this one. When you're getting hated on and you're in a place where it's hurting you and it's cutting you up bad, you'll pass through the waters and I'll be with you. If you go through the river, you understand? He ain't gonna let it drown you, overtake you. And if you walk through the fire, you ain't gonna get burned. Nor will you get set ablaze. But here is the part you gotta keep in mind. It did not say that it wasn't gonna get real hot in the room. Didn't say you wasn't gonna get real uncomfortable. You wasn't gonna need a whole lot of water. You ain't got to get burned for heat to be unnecessary. Sometimes it's just been out there so long and it's just hot. You don't feel like it no more. I was sick of getting talked about. Sick of it. But it just kept on. But what I learned was that Bible verse right there. Because Bishop Kenneth Ulmer sent it to me. In the middle of all my stuff, when my wife was just crying, he said, look, man, you're gonna get through it. Gonna be a tight squeeze though. But you can walk through the water and he'll be with you. You can come through the river and you won't get overturned. You're gonna walk through the fire and you won't get burned and you won't get set ablaze. I learned that. So when you start preparing to move and to change, you gotta understand that part coming with it. It's the haters. This is the other one I learned because Bishop Jakes taught me this one. Now when you're going through something, Steve, in order to go to the next level, to the next dimension, you have to break through the glass ceiling. But in breaking through a glass ceiling, there's going to be some bloodshed. This is the part I really did not like. It was the bloodshed part. That's the fire part. That's when you feel like you on fire when they telling it. And you just bleeding. You don't know what's it. You got so many holes on you, you can't stop it. But you ain't catching on fire though. He ain't gonna put more on you than you can bear. You ain't gonna die. You gonna be fine. But guess what? If you stay still, let me do it for you. Fight your battles. Remember that vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. If you can hold that, let me do it for you. When I crash you through this ceiling, you ain't gonna believe you, man. Bishop told me one time, he said, oh, man.
All right, Steve. Yeah.
He said, it's like putting a bow and arrow on a bow. He said, you got to pull it back. He said, sometimes he pull you back so far, everything in you be shaking. Sometimes you got it back so far, man, you can't. Man, you just, man, please. I can't take it no more. Everything on you is trembling. He said, and you feel like you about to break. But he let you go, though. Everybody in your way got it clear. You got to look out. Because he's going to shoot you. You going to go places you ain't never thought you'd go. Fire you out there like that,
man. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal. From living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get Get your copy at lessthanunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.